Hey, Billy Mays here, and this is what I did last week. Like I'm sure many of you did, I spent the majority of my time playing last week farming stuff with the Collector's Bounty up. I've been loving this. I didn't run as many alts last week as I would have liked. I'm hoping to get a few more through things this week. And like I said in the last video, this is where I'll be spending the majority of my time for the month of July. This is just such an amazing event. And I love that I'm going into some of these raids with 0 items in the tier set collected, and then I finish the raid and I have the entire set done. And when I noticed that was happening, I started thinking maybe I should also try to collect all the transmogs that I want to, because there's a lot of really cool tier sets in this game. So on my alts, I've been going through all the raids, and if they have LFR, normal, heroic, mythic, and all that, just seeing all the different sets that look cool. And I'm debating creating just a list of all the raids I would need to run for the tier sets that I want. But the thing that's making me not really want to do that is it would just take away from the amount of time I have to farm mounts. But it would just be so cool to have all these cool sets done, and then my character select screen for all of my alts, all of them can have some really sick looking transmog and just look fantastic. But I think overall it's a good problem to have. I think just debating how much time I want to spend farming and where I want to farm is never a bad thing to consider. I kind of hope that they extend this event even longer, or maybe bring it back at the end of the expansion or just in the future again, because this is just so good. This is such a great event and probably one of my favorites that they've done in a long time. And the thing I love too is that there's so many people doing this now. Like you go into ICC, for example, and there's just a ton of people outside the instance. General chat for these raids is popping off with people just talking or asking questions, and it's a lot more lively than it's ever been. I just love opening the guild roster and seeing over half the people that are online are in some sort of raid that likely drops them out. It has reinvigorated a passion in the game for a lot of people, has got people doing things that they may never have done before or don't really do a whole lot of outside of this. And on top of that, it's bringing people back to old content, which I've talked about before, but I love that idea of giving people a reason to go back and do things that aren't current content. And if you are one of those people who don't do this often and maybe forget how to get somewhere, or you don't know a raid, I've got a guide for pretty much everything you might need a guide for. So if you want to check that out, feel free to click on the annotation thing on the top right of the screen or at the end of this video. Outside of that, the only thing I did was the mop intro for the mount in retail. It took like 2.5 hours, I think. I don't know why it took so long, but it was just long. I'm just glad that's over. I did not enjoy doing that. Before I talk about the new mounts that I got this week, I'll quickly touch on the achievements I got. I ended up getting 70 more points, so I'm ending the week at 46,580. I got the achievements to collect a tier set in Uldir, Dazara Lore, Eternal Palace, Castle Nathria, and Sepulchre, so I just have Dragonflight and Undermine and the expensive Nax set left for PvE, and then I think a couple of PvP sets from Dragonflight left. And then the other achievement I got was a monumental amount of mementos, which is to get 50,000 corrupted mementos from the new visions. The next one is to get 75,000, which is nice. I thought it was to get 100, so that'll be a little bit quicker to get. And now let's talk about the 9 new mounts that I got this week, only 2 of which were drops, but still a good week for mounts. I handed in the week 4 Dastardly Duos quest a little bit late, so I was able to purchase the Tyrannotort mount. I like the armor that this one has, it looks pretty cool. From the Greedy Emissary event, I got Inarius' Charger. I still think Tyrion's looks better, but I'm happy to have a version of that. For completing the Panda starting quest in Mop Classic, I got Xiaohao's Sage Serpent. I don't really like Cloud Serpents. This one is probably one of the better ones though, so happy to have it. From the trading post for completing the monthly events, I got the Forsaken's Grotesque Charger, which I think just looks amazing. I love this mount. And then for trading tendies, I got Wailing Banshee's Charger, which is pretty good as well. It is a lesser than the one before this, as well as the Unarmored Death Tusk Felboar. It reminds me a little bit of Tannan Jungle, and I kind of like it. And I also bought the Spring Harvest Hog, which is from a couple of trading posts ago. I'd frozen this one and was finally able to purchase it. And then from drops this week, I got the Abyss Worm from Tomb of Sargeras from Mistress Sassy. This drops on all difficulties. I think I got it on Heroic. I don't remember at this point. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do runs in Legion just because in remakes I'll probably be able to get all the mounts anyway, but figured I may as well and was happy to get this. And then I got the Sanctum Gloom Charger from the 9 in Sanctum of Domination. This also drops on all difficulties, and I got mine in LFR. I think every version of these Gloom Chargers is amazing, and this one is no different. But that is it for me. That's everything that I did last week, and likely everything I will do this week as well. Let me know how your week went. How was Collector's Bounty? What are you up to? What are you farming? Or is there anything specific you're trying to get, or anything that you've been farming for a long time that you finally got? If you like this video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, I post at least once a week, if not more. I stream once a week, and if you do subscribe, you won't have to wait for the algorithm to recommend a video of mine to you. You just get it right to your sub box. If you're already subscribed, I appreciate you a lot. Thank you so much for that. I just cracked 22,000 subs on YouTube, and I'm very proud and excited about it and only need 88,000 more to get the 100,000 subscriber plaque. As I mentioned earlier, if you need any help farming anything, there is a playlist on screen now that you can click for all the videos I made about farming stuff. Hopefully that's helpful for you. Thanks for watching. I love you lots. Have yourself a fantastic week. Good luck in all your farming. I'll talk at you next week. I'm gonna go do Dragon Soul.